Then she throws the slippers on and hops over here.
So our head-on shot here is when she looks back, or what?
What's up?
A typical day on set with Rob would definitely be described as organized. Everybody would show up at the right time. We would all have a list of tasks, duties, and responsibilities to go over, and we would really just execute. We had so many hardworking people to make sure cameras got moved, lights got moved, props and everything were set up, built at, a great speed. We were just on fire nonstop, banging out shots, and it was a blast. It was awesome.
Did you see it?
My role was the
Yes.
director of photography.
Make sure not to hit that. But
Yeah,
so, I'd say we're ready. Let's get rolling.
I played a big part in making sure that the cameras were set up, the gear was good to go, the lights were ready, the equipment was on site, and everybody knew how to use it. Everybody had what they needed to get the shot on camera. And I think at the end of the day, it turned out very well, much better than I was thinking for my first time. It was awesome.
It's gonna end up being 2, right?
Okay. Where does this need to move to?
I think we all wore every hat possible. Even I think some of us stepped into director roles and acting coaches roles and light roles and camera operator roles, and there were a lot of different things that everybody was kind of just eager to get into. A lot of us are relatively new in the film world and eager to learn and to figure out new skills so that way we can apply them to other projects in the future. Everybody kind of did everything, and that's one of the most important things I think about a small team like this, or a small project like this, or a small budget like this, is having that ability to adapt and to fit into wherever you're needed, and not being pigeonholed or an egoist who is I was brought here as camera operator, I'm not touching a light, or I'm not doing this because that is not my assigned role. It was very much the opposite, where everybody was active and participating and willing to do whatever was needed to be done in order to make this film what it was.
The best part is just having every person who was involved getting their opinions, seeing if there's any other ways we could shoot it, seeing if there's any other changes we can make. It really was a community-driven experience. Obviously, Rob was amazing in his leadership. He had an awesome opportunity to really teach us, but overall, it was great. Every single person applied themselves, and every single person brought a little bit of themselves to the film, and I think that that's probably what my favorite thing was overall. There was just a lot of playful banter and a lot of fun helping Rob and the crew pick shots while we were out at the graveyard. It was a huge community. I think it was our biggest day of in terms of people on set, and it was just a lot of good smiles and community overall, really.
What do you want it? From behind. Yeah, baby.
So when Rob and I were looking at the storyboard, figuring out each shot and their sequences and what kind of story they played, we would just talk either in person or on video chat for hours, thinking about the energy and the feel from every angle, all the different colors. Were we pushing in, pulling out? Were we static? Were we trying to build tension? What were we trying to make the viewer, the audience, feel with every shot? And that helped dictate everything from colors to pacing, angles, all of the stuff I would assume most people probably, tackle a creative project like that from. But for me, it was new, and it was very insightful to work in that way and just spend so much time figuring out exactly what we want you, the audience, to feel with every single step of that story.
What do you think? Focus on him late or early?
I would say focus on him as soon as he comes out of the shadow.
I would agree. I thought that looked like a good shot, though. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, it was
no changes. We like that.
Beautiful. That just made everything so freaking dramatic. You have no idea. Is that on 1%?
There were so many shots to do in a day, and they were all really tight, small shots. And that's like not, for me, that's not how I make films, or at least not how I've made the films that I have made in the past. And for me, looking at Rob's shot list and Rob's storyboard was a lot more overwhelming than something that I might put together for one of my shorts. So I felt that the time crunch was very there. But at the same time, we also had a bunch of talented people. Everybody, once we started getting stuff set up and moving around and doing what we needed to do, everybody was kind of fell into that flow state and we got it all done. And I think we were done like at least an hour early on every shoot. But I don't think we would have been able to do that without going into it of that mindset of, okay, it's time to work, it's time to hustle, it's time to get this stuff done, in order to have the shoots turn out as good as they did.
There you go, that's good.
Alright. We're not going to be perfectly center, but we're going to do what we can.
Okay. Give her a little extra headroom then, so I can crop and rotate if need be.
Let's go for it.
Okay,
The most stressful thing that I remember from my time on set was really just mostly working through some of the technical issues. You know, there was challenges that came up. We took on some pretty unique angles and we were able to really, really apply some very unique cinematography. And there was some big dreams that Rob had, and sometimes it required a little bit more focus than others. And I think that sometimes whenever you're trying to get the perfect shot, that could bring a bit of stress. But I mean, great temperance from everyone, very level-headedness, and it was an overall amazing experience.
I hope that other people see this film or this short and are inspired to do something similar. I hope that they know that we did this on a shoestring budget, that most people, if they scrounge up and pinch their pennies and save up a little bit, are able to do, and that there is a community out there here in Erie that is happy to help and happy to offer assistance, whether it's gear, whether it's time, whether it's spaces to shoot, that they can do it. If you want to be a filmmaker, if you want to be a part of a crew or work on a set, go out and do it. Stop procrastinating. Stop hiding behind your desk or on your couch or wherever it is that you like to hide when you're putting stuff off. And, reach out to some people, come to some of the meetups that we have that are going to draw filmmakers to, like this premiere, and talk to people and pitch your idea and put the idea beyond the idea phase and turn it into some action and make that come to reality.
Video's rolling.
5 hotel, take 1, Mark.
I want to thank Rob, and I want to thank you, Tony, for lending us the spot, and I want to thank everybody else who donated their time, worked on the project. You guys are awesome. I had a ton of fun. None of this would have been possible without every person here playing their part, and to me that was awesome. That it was an experience that I won't soon forget, and I hope in the future I have the time or the motivation to do another project. It was awesome. It was great. So thanks, guys.
If I had to describe my time on set, I would say it was definitely fun. The whole project, everyone had a lot of positive energy, and the best part is that everybody had brought their own unique approach. There are some ups and downs as everything goes, but overall, the entire thing I think was a success. And above anything else, there's a lot of just positive people, and I think that's the takeaway from it all.
All right. Melody, you ready? All right.
The takeaway that I had from this whole experience is just how amazing the communities are that we find ourselves in, and how many people that you can find to come out of the woodwork and help you for nothing more than, food for the day, the opportunity to work on something cool. I definitely would not have been able to make the film that I did if I did not get a lot of people not only offering favors, but just being excited about working on something, even for, little to no incentive to do so, financially or otherwise. Just to know that whenever you have a cool idea, that people are going to rally behind you and, want to help you get it done is like the best feeling in the world. And I hope that the takeaway from people that are watching this who might also have cool ideas is that what it really takes is just the gumption to start. Starting is the hardest part. Closing the laptop, getting up from the chair, and going out and doing it is the hardest part of that process. But once you're in it, once you've started, once you're doing it, it's not all going to be easy, but at least for me, it's where I feel alive, working on something cool, bringing a vision to life. And if that's you, just know that, I did it for basically no money. Um, and you can too. Because together, there's no dream too big. Good enough. Nice.